Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Michael Shear, your second favorite stock options trader. And boy, do I have a juicy one to talk about today. All right, so guys, as most of you may know, and some that do not already know, there has been some absolute mania going on in the financial world this week. I mean, what do you do when a stock in 3 weeks rips up 2,800%? Well, one, you hope that you were a part of it. And if you weren't, well, you probably missed out. So don't be getting all giggly and googly eyed at your old friend GameStop at this time. But let's talk about this for a little bit because there's a lot of drama, there's a lot of controversy, and there's a lot of really bad information going out. And I just want to give it to you from a normal, natural person perspective. Yeah, I do have a lot of understanding and knowledge of the financial markets, how brokerages work, what's going on just in the system itself. But at the same time, I know how to break it down, and hopefully, with the analogy that I share at the end here that I gave to my high school intro to business class kids, hopefully you can kind of understand really what's going on. All right, so we have GME, which is GameStop. The ticker symbol GME has been on an absolute tear due to two things. There was a large hedge fund shorter that is also known for the Big Short. They got into GameStop saying that it was undervalued, and he believed that it should be priced more than what it is, that we are over shorting the stock due to thinking that, the online gaming system, the PC world, the kind of like how Netflix took out Blockbuster, or really pretty much all movie rental places, like Family Video, that was a big one for a little bit. But essentially they're saying, hey, the internet, downloadable games, downloadable, updates and drivers and things of that nature is going to shut down GameStop in the need for a retail marketer such as GameStop. But then also there was what somebody's also began to notice, there was a lot of shorts. And in this case, there was about 125% of all the shares of GameStop was being margined short. Now, I'm not going to get into the weeds of what that means. If you don't understand that, go and find somebody else's video that can explain it to you a little bit better. But essentially, it's when you don't own the stock, but you are betting that it goes down. And you're betting bigger than the actual cash position that you could have in it. So what they found was that WallstreetBETS, this Reddit, REDDIT forum, was posting up and saying, hey guys, I think there's an opportunity here to basically give it to the man. We have a huge short position, or they have a huge short position on, and we have an opportunity here with such a smaller company, kind of still big though, that has a very short market float. They only have about 56 million shares available to trade. Well, 2 weeks ago, beginning of January 20th or 21st, 22nd, some people, a large gathering, started buying and bought roughly like 100, maybe 150 million. That essentially means that they turned over the even initial float offering 4 times, which is huge. And the world took notice, and they doubled the stock. It went from 20 to 40. The world took notice, and it kind of held there for a while. And all the shorts were like, well, maybe we need to short a little bit more. Well, unfortunately, a week later, the big people seen, the people on this Reddit and the forums, they seen it. They're still, a fairly buyable stock at $42. That next following week, doubled again, hit 80. Now, these people that are short, they are down 400% plus. Now, let's say that you had a couple billion short. Well, now you're down 4 billion? That can't be good. Can't be good. So most likely had to start covering themselves. And when they say covering, that means closing their position. And when you close a short, you buy. And when you close a large percentage of your holding, which is 100% of the shares, that's 56 million shares that you're buying at least. What happens? Whoop! Stock market, the stock price absolutely rips. So now, as of January 29th, intraday, like pre-market, we seen as high as $512 on GameStop. $512. The actual day trade, like trading during the actual market open, was, I think, $428. That is from $20 to as high as potentially $512 stock price within 2 weeks of trading. This is absolutely insane. And it's so unprecedented that it's never actually happened. So brokers such as Webull, such as Robinhood, TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, all our larger known brokerages that, essentially give to us retail traders the ability to trade intraday and in and out, they had to kind of start putting a lockdown on it on fear of what they say of, keeping their clients from essentially ruining themselves, which is possible, but at the same time, it keeps them from ruining themselves as well by uncleared funds and potentially running themselves out of business due to the highly traded GameStop. And this is 2 days. Whenever you're turning over something that only has 56 million shares to trade, and in 4 days, it's trading 400, 500, 600 million shares are being traded within a week. You're talking some massive turnover, and you're talking some massive accountability. And brokers such as Robinhood at this time has decided that they are only going to allow like maybe 1 or 2 purchases of certain stocks, like 1 share of GME, 1 share of this, 1 share of that, 2 shares of this, 2 shares of that. And they're just taking unprecedented means to make sure that they essentially stay afloat. Now, they will tell you different, and this is my opinion. I believe that there is something more than what is being said, but at the same time, to keep, accurate and keep with the facts, let's just assume that, a business has to stay alive. I mean, we are so blessed to have such a market where us as normal people can jump into a financial market and get into stocks such as this and take advantage of the free market in a way that we have. So we are blessed to have this, but I think that they're hosing us. Just to be fair, and keeping the words nice, I think that we got the shaft on this one, and it's holding the stock back from really hitting heights of just like unprecedented proportions. This stock may run up and hit 1,000, like the Reddit posts are saying. At the same time, though, we have to know that this is purely fictional. GameStop did not, the company, I want to make this very clear, the GameStop, the company, is not worth 3,000 to 4,000% more than it was 2 weeks ago. So if you are jumping in this right now at $300, $350, I think you missed the boat. Just going to be honest. I think you missed the boat, and you need to look for a better opportunity than this one. You know, to be fair, it may double. It may even triple. But to think that you're going to get that next 1,000% run up like these other people did by buying at $20, $30, $40, you're kidding yourself. And you are going to hurt yourself. You're going to hurt your account. You're going to lose money. Because sooner or later, I don't know when. Nobody knows when. And, you know, you may see it double. You might win. You might say, hey, Michael, you're retarded. You're ridiculous. You told me wrong information. It doubled and I would have been in. But sooner or later, I promise you that this is going to go back down to where it came from. The company itself will realize this. They probably even may take action as well. They may host another offering, dilute the shares, and then the stock price fall down. It might be good for them to get that little bit of the equity pulled out in that way. So just be careful. Be very, very careful. Now, here's the analogy that I gave to my high school kids today. I said, think of it like the pandemic of our PlayStation 5s. And let's just say for easy numbers that the PlayStation 5 came out and it was being sold for $100. Well, as we know, a lot of people bought them up, and there's no more out there. The demand is so high, but there's none available. PlayStation or Sony cannot just infinitely produce machines, and they probably won't. But people are taking advantage of that. Well, they bought 3 or 4 systems, and now they're turning around and selling them for $200, $300. Well, what if you bought it for $300 because you FOMO'd, you were worried that you weren't going to be able to take, get your kids that awesome Christmas gift that you promised, and being the person that you are, you went out and got it from that little scalper dude who got it, who was selling it cheaper than the other scalper. So you got it for $300. Okay, cool. Well, you look on eBay and you're like, oh shoot. Now they're going for like $700. God, I might go and buy another one from $300 from Buddy, and then go turn around and sell for $700. And you do. You got lucky. You bought it and you sold it for $700. But everybody's now buying for $700. Everybody. And you're like, okay, I got my money. I'm good. I'm staying out of this because, that felt risky in the first place. But now we got somebody that just bought 10 machines for $700. And they're trying to sell it for $1,000 because that's what they're going for. But Sony comes out, says, hey, we got more machines. Well, now everybody's just going to go and buy them for $100 again. And you're sitting there with 10 machines that you bought for $700, and you're holding the bag because ain't nobody buying them off of you for $700 or more. And that's the analogy. That's what's going to happen sooner or later. So do not be one of those people sitting there holding a $700, or in the real world, a $2,000 PlayStation 5. It's not worth it, because sooner or later they will come back to the real price. All right, guys, I hope this helped. And if so, please give me a like, hit that subscribe button. And if you feel like it, use that offer code down below. Get yourself some free stocks from Webull. Get your account going, guys. This is going to be the time. We've been hitting some all-time highs. I think, just this week we're seeing some pullbacks. We might be in for another little bit of a pullback season, in the next 2 or 3 months. And this might be a great opportunity for you to get in. Guys, do not be scared of brokerages screwing you over. This is a one-time event that we will see. This is it's an interesting time per se, but do not be scared of the market. Do not let people talk you out of getting into the market because they lost $100,000, $200,000, or maybe they even made $1 million or whatever. Do not be scared of the market. Get in and take advantage of it. This is unprecedented times, and we need to take unprecedented measures and get out of our normal ways of investing, and we need to get into the stock market. All right, guys, this is Michael. Thank you guys for listening, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.